I'll also record this class for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Now we are going to look at some examples. I want you to do the examples with me. So copy down whenever you see a question on the screen, please do copy this down.
Okay.
Solve 2x minus 1 mod is equals to 3. So you have in modulus expression that is equals to 3. So it's a modulus equation. The first step that should come to your mind is if you want to remove the mod sign, this is going to be 2x minus 1 equals to positive 3 or 2x minus 1 equals to negative 3. So if you solve the left hand side, this is going to be x equals to 4 upon 2 and x equals to minus 2 upon 2, which is 2 and which is minus 1. We are always, whenever we are solving modulus equation, it's advisable for you to always verify your answer. Is Are we going to take x equals to 2 as a solution? We need to find that out. We are going to plug in 2 back into the equation, into the original equation. Okay, you don't need to show this working to the examiner, but this is working would be just for you. So is it coming out to be 3? 4, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 minus 1 is 3, mod of 3 is 3, right? So this means this answer is acceptable. Let's check x equals to minus 1.
Sorry, sir, I'm back now.
No worries, no worries. It happens. Okay, so where did you leave from? Did you
The
get
first,
that I verified this answer? Yeah.
yes, I got the first question.
Okay, and we are going to do the same for x equals to minus 1 over here. If you just plug that in, and we are going to validate our answer. Minus 2 minus 1 is negative 3, but we know that mod of negative 3 is 3. So that's also equals to 3. So yes, this both answers are going to be acceptable.
Okay.
Now for the second part, x minus 4 equals to 2x plus 1. So x minus 4 is either going to be equal to positive 2x plus 1 or x minus 4 is going to be equal to negative 2x plus 1. So if you solve this, x minus 2x equals to 1 plus 4, that is going to give you x equals to negative 5 from here. And from here you are going to get 3x equals to 3, x is equals to 1. Now I want you to just check whether are these two answers going to be acceptable or only one answer is going to be acceptable.
Both of them?
Let's find out. So if you are going to plug in minus 4 over here, minus 5 over here, so that's going to be minus 5 minus 4, that is going to be equal to minus 9 ka mod, and that is going to be equal to 9. If you are going to plug in minus 5 over here, minus 5 times 2 is 10, minus 10 plus 1, minus 10
11.
plus 1, that's going to be equal to
Oh,
minus
no.
9.
Yeah.
So that this answer is not acceptable. Okay,
Okay.
now let's plug in 1. So if you plug in 1, 1 minus 4 is minus 3. Mod
Minus
of
3.
negative 3 is going to be 3. But when you plug in 1 on the right hand side, that's also going to give you 3. So this answer is acceptable. So we are going
Okay.
to say that this is the only solution. Make
Yes.
sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what do you do if you have modulus equations on both the sides? So whenever you are asked to solve such equations, to solve equations like this, cx plus d mod equals to, let's say, ex plus f mod, where you have modulus on both the sides, you are going to use the rule of squaring them. So for you're going to use this rule. Mod of A equals to mod of B is same as saying A squared equals to B squared. So the mod of the two numbers on right hand side and the left hand side, if they are equal, then you can also square them. So in this case, it is going to be same as saying cx plus d the whole thing square equals to ex plus f the whole thing square. So even in order to solve this question, 3x plus 4 ka mod equals to x plus 5 mod, you are going to square both sides.
Okay.
So 3x plus 4 squared, x plus 5, the whole thing squared. Now this may result in an unwanted answer, but we are going to check the answers always. So if you solve this, how do you expand on 3x plus 4, the whole thing square?
9x squared plus 24x plus 16, I think.
Yes, 9x squared plus 24x plus 16 equals to x squared plus 10x plus 25. Then you
Uh,
can simplify this out further.
yeah. 8x squared plus 14x minus 9.
Yes. So now we can solve this quadratic inequality, quadratic equations. So get me the two values of x.
Half and minus 9 upon 4.
Half and minus 9 upon 4. Now we are going to verify whether these two answers are right or not. So you just need to plug that in into the original equation over here.
Okay.
Now I repeat this that this verification is only just for you. The examiner just want the final answer.
Okay. Half is correct. Um, so if in 3x plus 4, it's minus 11 upon 4, and then in x plus 5, it's 11 upon 4 positive. Is it correct?
Both the numbers on the left and the right should be equal, as well as the sign should be equal. So is
Okay,
minus
then
9 upon 4 giving you the right answer?
no, there's a difference in sign.
There's a difference in sign. Okay. And but 1 over 2 was giving you the right answer.
Yes.
Okay. So we are going to go with this answer. All right. So is there anything that you want to note down? Please note it down.
So I have it down.
Okay. Should we move on?
Yes, please.
No. Sorry. So now let's understand. Sorry, I'll get some water. All right, now we are going to discuss the graph of mod of f of x where f of x is linear. So let's take a common example of the equation y equals to x. If I ask you to draw the graph, would you agree that the graph would look something like this? It's going to be a straight line passing from the origin,
Yes.
right? Now, if I ask you to draw the graph of y equals to mod of x, what happens is that what was the purpose of this mod sign? It was turning every answer to the positive answer. So if x would have a negative value, what would happen after taking mod?
It would reverse.
It would reflect over here in the x-axis, and
Yeah.
it's going to be it will have positive values. So the bottom part is going to be reflected at the top, and this part would stay the same. So this part stays the same because it's positive, However, the bottom part got reflected. So this is going to be the final.
Okay.
This is going to be the final graph. Okay, you can just make a dotted line over here. Okay, so this is the graph of mod of x. Now this point is referred as a vertex point. So at this time, the vertex is 0, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's do some more examples of sketching. If you have the equation y equals to, let's say, half x minus 1 mod. Okay, and if you're asked to sketch this graph, so could you try this?
Okay.
You will always get a V-shaped graph. So it's up to you. If you want to draw simply y equals to half x minus 1 first, you can go with this, and then you can
Yeah.
reflect at the end.
Okay.
So if I sketch this line, I know that the x-intercept is going to be, for x-intercept you can just plug in y as 0,
And that's 2.
that's 2, and for the y-intercept you're going to plug x as 0, so y-intercept is going to be negative 1. So I'm looking at a sketch in which this is going to be minus 1, that's going to be 2, and then you're going to get a straight line. This is the original part of the graph. Okay,
And then you would bring it here.
then you could reflect the bottom part, whatever part is below the x-axis, it's going to be reflected upward. So if this was intersecting at negative 1, now it should intersect at positive 1. So you're
Okay.
going to sketch this line, okay, and you are going to erase the bottom line. That's going to be a curve. Michelle, just give me 1 minute. I need to answer my doorbell.
Okay, sure.
Yes, all right. So we were done with this. We sketched mod of half x minus 1. Yeah, can you hear me properly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So coming back to the top graph, this graph is the graph. We know that mod of x is defined as it could either be positive x or negative x. So this part is going to be referred as positive x. This is the positive part and this is the negative part. So even in this case, this is going to be the positive part, this is going to be the negative part. Whenever we remove the modulus sign, this part is going to be positive, this part is going to be negative. Acha, also, let's say you have an, let's say it's a different question, y equals to 2x minus 1 mod. Okay, and if I sketch this graph, I would get, so for the vertex I can just equate the inner terms to 2x minus 1 to 0. I'm going to get the vertex point, that is 1 comma 1 upon 2 comma 0, and then you can just roughly sketch a v shape. Okay,
Okay.
now if I ask you to sketch y equals to 3 line, so you would agree that this is going to be y equals to 3 line.
Yes.
So if we now in the previous section that when we were solving modulus equation which said 2x minus 1 mod equals to 3, we were actually going for the intersection of this graph with the line y equals to 3. So these are the 2 points where it is going to intersect. Make
Yes.
sense?
Yes, sir.
So when the solution that we have after solving this is basically the intersection between the mod graph and the horizontal line y equals to 3. So if we just solve this equation algebraically, so what you are going to do is you are going to say 2x minus 1 is equal to plus 3 and 2x minus 1 is equal to negative 3. You are going to get 2 and you are going to get minus 1. So this point is going to be negative 1 and this point is going to be 2. Agreed?
Yes.
So I understand from here that this horizontal line of y equals to 3 is going to intersect my mod graph at 2 points. Okay? At two
Okay.
points.
Okay.
However, if I take this, just a second, if I give you this equation where you have y equals to x plus x minus 4 mod and y equals to 2x plus 1, and you are asked to draw them on the same, you are asked to sketch the two equations on the same graph, how would you have done? First of all, you are going to draw the graph of
Modulus.
x minus 4. So x minus 4, the vertex is going to be x equals to, the x intercept is going to be x equals to 4 over here. Okay,
Yes.
so let's say this part, and I'm going to draw this v-shaped graph. What is going to be the y intercept?
Minus 4 if it's not modulus, but then 4 if it is.
If it is modulus, right? So this is the y intercept part. Now then we have another equation, that is y equals to 2x plus 1. So for this equation, what is going to be the x-intercept and the y-intercept?
Uh, a half and minus 1.5.
Minus 1, not minus 1, 1
Oh,
and minus half. Something
yes.
like this. So the sketch would look something like this. So this is the equation y equals to 2x plus 1. That's your y equals to mod of x minus 4. Now, if I ask you to solve this kind of equation, x minus 4 mod equals to 2x plus 1, Would you agree that we are basically the solution to this is going to be the intersection of the two graphs?
Yes.
And you can see over here that there is only one intersection point.
Yeah.
So also what I told you was that x minus 4, see if I remove this mod sign, okay, so that's going to be plus x minus 4 equals to 2x plus 1, or it could be minus x minus 4 equals to 2x plus 1, right?
Yes.
Agreed?
Yes.
But do you see any solution between, I also told you that this is the positive part and this is the negative part. Do you see any solution between this positive part and this line?
No.
No. So clearly we are not going to have any solution from here. But if you see this, the negative part and this does have an intersection point.
Yes.
Okay. So if we solve this, we are going to get the answer. So that's going to be minus x plus 4 equals to 2x plus 1. This is going to be 3x or 3x comes out to be 1.
Yeah.
So x equals to 1. That's the point. That's the solution of this equation. And if we are looking for the coordinate of the intersection point, then you could just plug in this value of x equals to 1 back into any equation and you are going to get the y value. So if I plug in
Okay.
1 over here, 1 minus 4 is negative 3, mod of negative 3 is positive 3. So this is what you are going to get, positive 3.
Yes.
Everything is clear?
Yes, sir.
So you just found that there was only one root x equals to 1 to this equation. Okay. Did we did this example? Yeah, we did. X minus 4 equals to 2x plus 1. See, we saw that this wasn't the answer and this was the only answer when
Yes.
we were solving algebraically. So you will have a choice. Either you can sketch the graph and come up with the solution, or you can just solve the equation algebraically. ठीक है? So I
Okay.
would advise you to solve the equation algebraically as it will save you some time because sketching requires some time. So I'm going to
Yes.
advise you to go for this, but sketching was telling you the sketch was very important so that you can have the idea why is this not acceptable and why is this acceptable.
Yes, sir.
Now anything that you want to note down from here?
No, sir. I have it all down.
So are you clear that whenever you are given a linear equation, can you can sketch the graph?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. The next thing we are going to look at is the modulus inequalities. Now, you before doing this, you need to remember some rules. Okay, the rules are okay. Whenever you are given a modulus inequality in this form, that is mod of a less than equal to b, so you are going to the first step that you are going to write is that the value of a is going to be ranging between negative b and positive b, which is this. I mean, you are going to write it in this way that a is going to be greater than equal to negative of this value and less than equal to the positive of this value, which is b in this case.
Yes.
And modulus of a, if you have been given the inequality mod of a is greater than equal to b, then you are going to say that a is less than equal to negative b or a is greater than equal to b. So I commonly call this an and condition and this is or condition.
Okay.
So whenever now I'm going to refer or ask you, okay, which condition would you apply, so you can just say, sir, you can apply either an and condition over here or an or condition, depend करता है question पे. So if you have 2x minus 5 mod less than 3, which condition would
And
you apply? And condition.
and
So yes, so this is how you are going to go for and condition in this question. 2x minus 5 is going to be greater than negative 3 and less than positive 3. Okay.
Okay.
If there would have been less than equal to sign, then obviously you would have taken less than equal to and less than equal to. Okay. Now,
Yes.
to solve this further, I want to have x over here only. So I need to get all other terms from here. So you're going to add
Yeah.
plus 5 on everywhere. So this
And
is going to
divide
give
by
you,
2.
yeah, exactly. So this is going to give you this, and then you can divide by 2 on all sides. So you will get negative 1 and less than 4.
Uh, so once you get positive 1, because minus 3 plus 5 is 2.
Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah,
Okay.
positive. So it is going to be ranging from 1 to 4. This is
Okay.
algebraically done. Okay, this is done algebraically. Algebraic method. Now I can show you why is this the case through the graphical method as well. But I won't advise you to go for the graphical method when this is just 2 marks question. Okay,
Yeah.
because you need to save time as well.
Yeah.
But just for clearing our concepts, I'm going to tell you why is this the solution when you draw
Okay.
these two. So we are going to first draw 2x minus 5 mod. Remember, we are looking for the intersection points first between these two. So I'm going to draw the graph of mod of 2x minus 5 first. So it's going to be, the vertex is going to be at 5 upon 2, that is 2.5. Please let me know if you think I'm going too fast, and
No,
if you
so
are
that's
not
fine.
able to understand anything, let me know. So this is going
Okay.
to be 2.5 or 5 over 2, and then this is y equals to 3 line. So this is y equals to 3 line. Now, if I would have treated, instead of an equation inequality, if I would have treated this as an equation, there would have been two intersection points. Those points would have been 1 and 4. Okay,
Okay.
sure. Any questions that you want to ask till here?
No, sir, I'm fine.
Okay. Now, this was your modulus graph, and that's your y equals to 3 horizontal line. You want the modulus graph to be less than 3. So you are going to see your graph. Where is your modulus graph less than 3? It's over here and over here, right? And if it was
Yes.
greater than 3, then it's greater than 3 over here and greater than 3 over here. Since the question is that the mod graph should be less than 3, so you need to give me those values of x that is going which is going to result in this case. For what values of x is the modulus graph less than 3? What values of x is the modulus graph less than 3? So you can see
Like
that
1.
all those values of x that are between 1 and 4 are going to satisfy this condition. That's why the answer is this: x greater
Okay.
than equal to x greater than 1 less than 4.
Yes, sir, I got it.
Okay, great. Can I move on, or do you want to note down
Yes,
something?
sir. That's fine.
Okay. Then you have solve 2x minus 1 mod greater than equal to 3 minus x. Now, remember when you had modulus signs on both sides of the equation, what were you doing?
Squaring both sides.
Squaring both sides. So we are going to do the same thing over here.
Okay.
2x minus 1, the whole thing square, greater than equal to 3 minus x the whole thing square. So this is going to result in 4x square minus 4x plus 1, 9 minus 6x plus x square. You're going to get a quadratic equation over here, 3x square plus 2x minus 8 greater than equal to 0. Please factorize this and give me the critical values.
Okay. 4 upon 3 and minus 2.
Minus 2 and 4 upon 3. Right. Just a second. Okay, so we have the critical values. Now, you see, this is a quadratic equation. So if I were to sketch this quadratic equation, I'm sure you have done this in P1. The critical values that you are going to get are minus 2 and 4 upon 3. And you want this quadratic inequality to be greater than equal to 0, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go for those values of x which are going to result in the positive values of my quadratic function, right?
Yeah.
So what by what do you think the final answer should be in the form?
X is less than or equals to 2 and x is greater than 4 upon 3.
X is less than equal to negative 2 or x is greater than equal to 4 upon 3. This should be your answer. Very good. Now, could you do the same thing graphically as well, please? Just try the
Yeah.
graphs and then we can compare our answers.
Okay. Yeah, so I did it on my paper.
Yeah, okay. So let us compare our answers. Okay, so if I sketch 2x minus 1 mod, the point, the critical point, the x-intercept is going to be at 1 over 2,
Yes.
and the y-intercept is going to be at 1.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of graph that you could expect.
Mm-hmm.
And for 3 minus x, it's the vertex is going to be at 3, and the y-intercept is also going to be at 3.
Yeah.
This was 1, so 3, let's say. Actually, it's not according to scale, so something might
Yeah, so
change.
that even happened with mine.
Yeah, but I know that it's going to intersect at 2 points, so I'm using my best judgment. But if you would have to sketch it, just mark the values at an equal distance, so you will get a fairly accurate sketch. यानी कि
Okay.
गैप्स दे देके ना इक्वली एक्स एक्सिस को आप डिवाइड करेंगी और इक्वली वाई एक्सिस को यू गोना डिवाइड. सही है. And then
Yeah.
you are going to mark the points. So I know that these 2 points, the intersection points are going to be -2
-2
and
and 4.3.
yeah. So one thing could be that you treat this as an equation. And now if I ask you where is this mod graph greater than equal to this mod graph, where is the blue
Um,
line above the red line?
of
Before
uh,
-2 and
yeah.
after 4 upon 3. That's why the solution to this is x less than -2 or less than equal to -2 or x greater than equal to 4 upon 3.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now what I want you to do is I have taken out some exam questions from the latest paper, so I want you to try this out. My advice for you is going to be that you go for algebraic method
Yes.
and only sketch when they ask you to do so.
So I'm getting really odd intersection points. 8 minus 5 root 3.
Okay, let's find out. So how did you, what was your first step?
I squared both the moduluses.
Yes. Did you square 3 as well?
No. Oh,
See,
okay.
whenever we square both sides, right? Yeah.
Okay, I'll square it and then do it. Yeah. I got minus 7 upon 5 and minus 5. Now I'm just checking to see if which ones are right and which ones are wrong.
All right. What are your intercepts?
Minus 7
X.
over 5 and minus 5.
Okay. Do you want me to solve this? Okay, I can solve this for you. So this is going to be 4x squared minus 4x plus 1. This is going to be 9 times x squared plus 4x plus 4. 9x squared plus 9 4 times is 36x plus 36. 4x squared minus 4x plus 1. 9x squared minus 4x squared plus 36x my plus 4x plus 36 minus 1, and you have 0 on the left hand side. 9x, so this is going to be 5x squared plus 40x plus 35. So I can write this as 5x squared plus 40x plus 35 less than 0.
So it would be 32x, not 40. Oh no, okay.
36 plus 4, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay, so I see my mistake.
Are you done? So what are the critical values
Yes,
that you
sir.
are getting?
-1 and -7.
-1 and -7. So you're going to mention that the critical values are -7 and -1. And as far as the inequality is concerned, you can just check from the graph over here, -7 and -1. You want the graph to be less than 0, which is this. That's why the solution is going to be x greater than -7, less than -1. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Let me know when you're done with this question.
Yes, sir, I'm done.
Okay. So try this as well.
So I sketched the graph. The y intersection point is 2, and so is the x.
Yes. Okay. Now for the second part, please try.
Okay. So for these, I'm getting 1 and 1.5, but I don't know what the inequality answer would be.
Yes, I know. So I'm going to show you the working. These are, you can say, the favorite questions of the examiner, because many
Yeah.
students do mess up in these questions. So the
Okay.
first step is going to be x minus 2 greater than minus times 3x minus 4 and less than 3x minus 4. Did you do this first step?
Sir, I did it in a different way. Like I made x minus 2 positive and negative.
Acha, but the see, we are not doing equation, we are doing inequalities. So
Yeah,
in
sir.
inequalities, there are certain rules that we need to follow. You're going to compare this with this a less than b. So remember, the answer solution to this was in the form of a greater than minus b less than b. So
Yes.
similarly over here, x minus 2 is going to be greater than the negative of 3x minus 4 and less than the positive of 3x minus 4. This is how you are going to start your question. Then,
Okay.
so minus 3x plus 4 less than x minus 2 minus 4x less than minus 6. Okay, do you know this rule that whenever you multiply or divide by a negative term, the sign is going to be flipped?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So this is going to be x greater than 6 upon 4, which is 3 upon 2. And from over here, it is going to be x minus 3x minus 2x less than minus 2. So this is going to be x greater than, sign is going to flip 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what you do? Now you do this with a number line. So we want to give an inequality that is going to satisfy both case. So over here you are getting x should be greater than 3 over 2 and x should be greater than 1. Okay. So the answer to this, what do you think the answer should be?
1.
Basically the answer, you're going to take all of this. So the only answer is going to be x greater than 3 upon 2 in this case. Now this is algebraically done, algebraic method. Okay, I'm
Okay.
also going to show you the uh, you can you can do this by squaring on both sides as well. Okay. Acha,
Okay.
then other thing is that you can do this by the graphical method as well. So let me show you the graphical method as well. Are you done with this?
Yes, sir.
X minus 2 mod is less than 3x minus 4. Okay. So x minus 2 is going to be this, and 3x minus 4, you just need to draw the line of 3x minus 4. So the y-intercept is going to be negative 4, and what is going to be the x-intercept? 4 upon
Um,
3.
yeah.
So that's 1.3 something,
Yes.
between 1 and 2, something like this. So you see there is only one point of intersection. Now, the question was, for what value of x is this mod graph less than the straight line? So this was the intersection point,
Yes.
and what was the value that you were getting for the intersection point? 3 upon 2.
Um, yeah.
And if we solve this like this, the other value that we were getting was 1, right? But
Yes.
that would not be the case over here. It's going to be 3 upon 2, and you're going to say that the the modulus graph is less than 3x minus 4 for all the values of x that are greater than 3 upon 2. That's going to be the solution. Clear? Are you clear? Hello?
Hello, sorry, sir, I couldn't hear you for a second.
Yeah, but okay, now can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I was asking you, is this clear to you?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay, let me just prepare one more question so that you have the final idea of what we did.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a question for you. Okay, please solve this. 2x minus 5 mod less than equal to x minus 2. Have you copied down the question? Okay, are you done?
Yes, sir.
Values
3 and 7 upon 3.
3 and 7 upon 3. So that's 3 and 7 upon 3 is 2.333. So what is your inequality over here? X is,
Mm,
where do you see the mod graph to be less than the x minus 2?
between 3 and 7
Between 7 over 3 and 3.
and 3. Yeah.
So your solution to this should be, if you, so I drew the graph for you, but if you solve this algebraically as well, your answer is going to be, just a second. Uh, this is not good.
Um,
Your answer is going to be x greater than equal to 7 upon 3, less than equal
and
to
this
3,
3.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. I hope this topic is clear now.
Yes,
Any
sir.
questions that
Thank
you want to
you.
ask?
No. I'm fine.
Okay, so you can if do you have past papers with you?
Uh, I don't have A level past papers with me.
You don't have P3 past papers with you. Okay, so I'll see
I can
if I
search it on
can
the
give you.
internet.
Yeah, yeah. If you can do that, so try to attempt 2018, 2019 exam papers, and
Okay.
just go over this topic questions. You can
Okay.
easily recognize the modulus equation. So, do you understand everything, whatever was taught today?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. We are going to have our next class tomorrow, inshallah. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Take care. Bye bye.
Loftus, thank you.
Allah Hafiz.